Hi, Dana Clad here. Thank you for joining today's Wealth Chat. You are here to shine your light, to shine more of your light this moment than you did the last, and to shine more tomorrow than you are today. Let me just get this up front here. You are here to be the instrument for God to create miracles in the world. How else could that happen? How else could God create miracles other than through you as the instrument? I mean, it's kind of obvious when you think about it like that, because, what do you think? There's not a lot of burning bushes in the last 2,000 years, right? I mean, how does God communicate with us except through inspiration? We're going to talk about what light is an acronym, and inspiration is the I part of that shortly. I mean, so I'm really asking you to open yourself up to be the instrument. We could include that for the I as well, for God to work miracles. You are here to be of greater service to more people. That's your source of happiness, joy, fulfillment, well-being, peace of mind, success, prosperity. The more of a gift you are to the people you are here to serve, the better your life is, the more meaning you have, the more fulfilling you are or your life becomes. I want you to understand that direct connection here because it's pivotal for you in moving forward with honoring your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. This is your reason for being. It's why you're here. The more of a gift you are to others, the more you contribute of value, the more everything comes to you, the more happy and rich your life is. It's a direct correlation. The more people you impact, the greater your life becomes. So I want you to open yourself fully, completely, wholly. You know that word, right? Like the Holy Bible, for example. Holy, the more you wholly open yourself to being the instrument for God, that's how you're in flow and that's how you're honoring God. I mean, we're going to remind me to talk about harmony. That's the most important aspect of the H part of our lives. I want to talk about that with you in greater detail. And by the way, this wealth chat is usually reserved just for our pro members, and we're including the pro membership for free with everyone who's doing the Wealth Chat challenge at wealthchat.com/challenge. We do two special calls every weekend just for our pro members, and yet this was so important. I had the inspiration to do this, so I had to honor that by giving it to you today, because the inspiration, or me harmonizing with God, think of yourself as a musical instrument where the harmonies, what does that mean? You're in harmony with your environment. We're kind of skipping ahead a little here. And yet, well, this was when this tune was playing, you could say the inspiration for this had to be honored and expressed right here, right now. So that's why we're doing this special pro wealth chat only during the week when everyone else can hear this as well. So let's get right into it. Okay, light is an acronym. I want you to, hear this mentally, yes, and yet also in your heart, feel it, in tune with it or attune with it, and just kind of take this in and allow this to connect for you, because maybe, you're planting seeds. Everything we're doing is either serving us or hurting us. It's supporting us, or it's pushing away what we want, or it's bringing what we want toward us. We're either allowing or we're resisting every moment. And that's a really powerful question for you to make your focus, this moment, am I allowing or am I resisting? And life really is that simple. This moment, am I allowing or am I resisting? When you're allowing, what are you doing? You're allowing more of God's light to come. Oh, I got chills. To come through you to dispel the darkness in the world. And that is what you are here to do. You are here to shine more light, to be the light, to allow God to, well, to allow yourself to be the instrument for God to work miracles in the world. That's what you are here to do. That's really like saying, like, if there's an old, I think of it as a Japanese expression, like a spiritual awareness, to be like the hollow flute. I don't have anything that could be, well, yeah, I guess I do. Like, you are here to shine. And if you think of this as being like a hollow flute, then that's kind of what is representing how you are meant to be. Like, for God to play you as the instrument for God to work miracles in creation, as going back to harmony. The harmony, the song that your life is, the song within your heart you are here to sing, that, that's like you being the instrument and God playing you, and that is you doing the work you are here to do in the world, right? I mean, that's how important harmony is as part of you shining your light. I got chills again. So I know we're kind of moving around a little. Let's go right from the beginning and let's talk about how light is an acronym, LIGHT. And each aspect of the light you are here to shine is more bright, is dispelling more darkness, is lighting you up more, lighting you on fire more, lighting the people you are here to serve and inspire more, by you aligning more completely with this, by you being that hollow flute. Shakuhachi is the Japanese name I associate with hollow flute. And so the more you are open to, well, actually, the more you're aligning with your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, the 5D life that is meant to be yours, that's how you're allowing God to play you. Excuse me, I think I'll have a sip of tea here. You recognize that, right? The more you are doing the work you are here to do, the more you are being of greater service to more people, the more impact you are having, the more light you are shining, the more you're open to the miracles that are meant to be yours. This moment, am I allowing or am I resisting? You see how important that is? As I lose my voice, as maybe just the light is, you don't even need to hear the words. You can just feel the light from God. And anyway, let's talk about light. Okay, so light means liberation. Liberation to me means freedom. Liberation means removal of obstacles, right? Liberation means, well, stop playing small, shining your light fully as brightly as the sun. You are here to shine, 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 shine on, you crazy diamond, to borrow Pink Floyd and their spiritual influence and inspiration. Liberation means freeing yourself from bondage, right? Freeing yourself from limitation. If I want you to go to wealthchat.com/show and especially do the show, I think it was the first or the second one that we did. It might be called, I don't remember if it's honoring, it's something destiny in the title maybe. I forgot the name of the show. I apologize for that. We talk about the, I think it's the self empowerment. I don't know. The daily empowerment, I think, is about your power is beyond measure. And we go into that deeply. So that's at wealthchat.com/show. I strongly recommend that you listen to that show if you haven't already done that, and download that show. Okay? Because your power is truly beyond measure. And by you, I mean, that's what liberation means, right? Is realizing the true measure of power you have, which is beyond measure. It's unlimited. So by you expressing, by you shining your light more fully, by you honoring your liberation more completely, by you allowing the light of God to liberate you from the bondage of, well, that you previously held as shackles around you, that's how you are shining more light, right? I mean, if you think of it like light is represented Light, kind of like that hollow flute. By you removing that bondage, removing those barriers, that limitation in your thinking, that's how you are shining your light. You're opening more to the light of God that is always there. It's always, well, that's the source of light, is God, right? And you are how God is bringing light into the world. I want you to really hear that message and contemplate that. Will you do that? Okay, let's talk about love as, let's call that a sub aspect of liberation, because, I mean, you are here to be of greater service to more people. You are here to shine your light. You are here to not hold back, to transcend all sources of limitation, bondage, limiting thinking, old programs that don't serve you and never did, probably. You're here to break through all perceptions of barriers so that you can hold more light. You can remove, like, think about, the function of resistance, right? Like in electrical, like a wire, when you have resistance, the light or the electric power is not flowing, the energy is not flowing, right? I mean, think of like an ice rink, like where people play hockey or skate. When there is no resistance, you can slide very far and with great speed. And yet, if there's bumps in the ice, then that will inhibit the flow, right? So, I mean, that's what your life is really about, is becoming clear, a clear channel for God without resistance. So that's what liberation is. And the more you're aligning with love, which is really to say God, then you're shining your light without fear, doubt, worry, lack, scarcity, consciousness. You're believing in yourself. And what does that mean? You're removing all that was an obstacle or barrier to the light you are. So, really, your whole life is about becoming a more pure channel for God, for the light, for love, for you to express more love. And what does that mean? To express your light, to be that gift, which is really to say, to allow God to use you as the instrument or as that channel or the shakuhachi, the hollow flute, for you to shine your light, for God to work miracles through you, being of greater service to more people, right? And it's really about you experiencing more life, right? That's what it's all about, because the more you have removed those barriers, when there are no barriers, then that light is just shining purely and you are shining as brightly as the sun. Remember, your power is beyond measure and there is no limitation other than any that you have in your mind. Why would you have any in your mind? And by you aligning more fully and completely and wholly with God, then there is no limitation at all. And that's what you're here to experience and to shine, to be the light. That's the whole theme behind our wealth chats every day. So, how are you relating to being the light and liberation, being that source of liberation for everyone you are here to serve? And by the way, everyone connected with you online, you are very much here to serve them. That is why you have those people connected with you. That is why you can reach them with almost no thought, energy, effort, or time, because you're meant to be of greater service to more people. That is why you are here. So, like right now, why don't you just post, hey, I'm watching this or I'm hearing this podcast, and then just post the link and let everyone connected with you be the light themselves and open themselves to more of the light of God that they are here to shine, because you are here to be of greater service to everyone connected with you online, especially, and everyone in your life. You are here to be that light, dispelling the darkness. So be that light. I mean, share this wealth chat. If you're watching it on social media, then share the video. If you're listening to it on one of the podcast platforms, then download it, like it, and share that link, because this is how you are being of greater service to more people. And that is part of the transformation that you are here to help people experience. That's how God is using you as the instrument to shine more light, to be the instrument for miracles in creation. So please acknowledge that. And oh, by the way, I'm going to ask that all of these things that you post about everything that we're talking about here, and that you send me the post that you are making in an email essay that you're sending me to dan@conservative.com. Please send me your essay sharing all the posts that you're making from today's Wealth Chat, and how this is inspiring you and how you're relating to it, and maybe what other L words besides liberation, love, and life are coming to mind for you, and what other I words besides inspiration, integrity, and ignition, and other G words besides giving, God, good, and greatness are coming to mind for you. Like grace, for example, is another one that I really like for what the G in light represents for us. And what other H words besides happiness, heart, harmony, health, and help come to mind for me? And what other T words, such as transformation, thankfulness, thoughtfulness is another one that I like, and tenderness. So, how are you already more clear and more open as the light or the instrument for God to work miracles in creation? And as you are shining more light and inviting everyone connected with you to go to wealthchat.com/show to hear this podcast. And if you want to, in fact, lead everyone through the Wealth Chat challenge at wealthchat.com/challenge, please do that. That is, I believe, how you are able to be of greatest service to everyone connected with you online. You're able to transform their lives, in fact, by leading them through doing this 30-day Wealth Challenge at wealthchat.com/challenge. Let's go back to so we think we covered the L part of light, which represents liberation, love, and life. And the I part, and let's talk more about that, inspiration. That's the main representation of that for how I relate to light. What is the main inspiration for you? So what does inspiration mean other than God? God is the source of inspiration, right? I mean, everything, as with all areas of life, everything points back to lead us to God. Everything in life is here to lead us to God. I want you to recognize that as an inspiration for you to open yourself as the instrument or vessel for God to work miracles in creation, because that is what you are here to do. That is who you are here to be. You are meant to be the inspiration for everyone you are here to serve. You are the source of light for everyone you serve. I want you to recognize that. I want to make sure that you always, got chills again on my arms and legs, always, always, always remember that you are the source of light for everyone you serve. There is no other. I mean, so how is that inspiring you? How are you being that source of inspiration for others? You can do that more, right? I mean, like, picture God just appearing before you, and God asks you, how have you lived your life? Do you say, I have devoted every moment of my life to you, my Lord. I have done my best every moment of every moment I have breathed, every breath of air. That is the Holy Spirit. That is how I am able to be your instrument for miracles in creation. I have devoted every breath to you. And then you bow your head and give thanks for that breath, for every breath you have inhaled as the gift that it was. Or do you fall short of that by 1%? And that would be like 100%. How well you have lived your life as a devotion, as an act of worship, as a gift of love to God. Or do you fall short of that 2% or 3% or 10% or 20% or 30%? How would you rate yourself? And why not live now from this moment a 100 out of 100? Because that is the life meant to be yours. That's the highest inspiration that you are able to be for others. You do recognize that, right? You are here to be of service to everyone. You're here to be the source of light for everyone you serve. You're here to inspire everyone you can. You're here. I think of light, LITE, as liberate, inspire, transform, and empower. And then I kind of brought it into LIGHT here for our wealth chat, our special wealth chat that we had to do today. So relate to how well you are inspiring everyone you can. You have the power right here through wealthchat.com/challenge. You have the power to transform everyone connected with you, all of your online friends. And how, when you have the power to do something, I think you have the duty to do that. You have the obligation to honor that power that you have. You have the responsibility to fulfill that potential. And you have the ability through wealthchat.com/challenge to transform every single person connected with you online. Absolutely, without question, you have the ability to do that. I believe you have the responsibility. When you have the ability, you have the responsibility to do that. So do that, wealthchat.com/challenge. Okay, how does this relate to integrity for you, this aspect of light? For me, integrity requires that when I see darkness in the world, what does that mean? That means ignorance, that I have the ability, integrity requires me to shine the light on that area of darkness, because darkness, what is darkness? I mean, show me darkness. What is that other than an area where light appears to be absent? And yet when you walk outside at night in the dark, quote unquote, it's not dark at all. I mean, my eyes adjust well to the light at night, and I don't even use like, the light on my phone. I just use the light that is, because you can tune to varying levels of light, and the more brightly you are shining your light, the more beaming you are, the more you're open to the light of God in the world as the instrument for God to work miracles. Then you are lighting the darkness. You're dispelling more of the ignorance around you. And in my way of looking at integrity, which is one of my three primary core values, integrity, honor, and respect are my three deepest core values. Integrity requires that when I see darkness, that I shine the light, that I illuminate that and dispel that darkness. Because what is darkness? I mean, darkness is just an area where the light was obstructed, probably, right? You just remove that obstruction by shining your light, and that darkness is not there anymore, right? So, how is this? What is integrity requiring of you? Is that to be of greater service to more people? Is that to shine your light? Is that to be the vessel or the instrument for God to work miracles in creation? I mean, that's what it means to me. Is there any other meaning that it could mean or hold within it for you? It might require more for you than what I have shared here. I'm leaving that to you to determine and decide. Please do that. What about ignition? I had wanted to bring this out, but it's out of reach right now, and I don't want to go and get it. Ignition is a fun one to me because, well, my book Reignited America, that addresses ignition very specifically in there, or reignition. In other words, we were reignited before, and now it's like how many people just kind of are sleeping not peacefully, they're in a nightmare. And while it's time for every one of us to ignite, what does that mean also? It means like light the fire under our butts, so to get us moving again, or under our feet to get us hopping again and get us back into action, get us back out on the field, get us back playing. Really, that means getting us back to living our divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. Would you agree? So allow this video to be what lights you up, lights that fire within you, and allows you to shine your light, dispelling the darkness everywhere where it still remains. Period. Wherever there is darkness, that means that there is still ignorance, and you, as the source of light, as the source of knowledge, as the instrument for God to work miracles, well, I believe it's your responsibility, and integrity requires that of you, to shine your light and dispel that darkness. What do you think about that? How do you respond to that? How well are you doing that? How actively are you doing that wherever you go? You are being the light. You are bringing the light. You are shining more light, and you are igniting and inspiring everyone connected with you. You are helping to liberate everyone connected with you. You are giving your love and showing them that they matter. You are believing in them, in the best. You're seeing the best in them. That's part of love, right? You're bringing more life into the world by shining your light, right? Going back to the L, because there was more inspiration to still be had there for us to receive there, by us allowing God to further ignite the fires of freedom within every one of us. How important is that for you to do? I mean, are you seeing how important this is for every one of us to do? I mean, how you truly have the power to transform everyone connected with you through wealthchat.com/challenge by doing the 30-day Wealth Chat Wealth Challenge yourself at wealthchat.com/challenge. I mean, you truly have the power to do that. And that's how you are igniting more people. reigniting more people. Let's talk about the G in light. How about giving? You are here to give as much as you can, as well, to as many people as you can. And the more you give, I mean, I talk about this at, well, you can go to outgiving.us if you are interested. This is a really a profoundly empowering and enlightening way to live. The more you give to others, the more you are being of greater service to more people, the more resources you have, the more abilities you see you have, the more God supports you in giving that much more, you find that you are able to be of greater service to more people. The more you are giving, the more of a gift you are, the more of a gift your life is, well, the more happy and fulfilled and prosperous and successful and meaningful you are and your life becomes, and the more you are able to give even more. So by you focusing on outgiving God, when you make that your focus, it's impossible because God is unlimited and, well, present everywhere, unlimited and infinite. And I mean, did you think that there was anything limited about you? Well, that was a false perception. That was just the darkness. And this wealth chat has illuminated that and dispelled that darkness. So by you giving more, you're aware of how much still more you are able to give. And by you focusing on outgiving God, the infinite and unlimited, and giving more than that, that just opens you up to give even so much more to so many more people. I'm feeling the fire of God really lighting me up right now. Are you feeling that yourself here? I mean, we could just end right there, and there's so much darkness that is no longer there because the light from you, the light ignited within you, that fire of freedom, of liberation within you, is burning so much more brightly now. Will you acknowledge that? Especially through the posts you're making and sending people into this wealth chat, and also through the essay that you're sending me, well, to me an email at dan@conservative.com. Will you do that as well? I guess I'll keep that open there so that you can see that if you're watching the video of this wealth chat. And if you want to watch the video, then do that through wealthchat.com/challenge, because you'll get the videos for all of the wealth chats that I have done. And I think I like to watch things on video myself more than listen to them, but I'm not really, I don't know. If you're a podcast lover, then that's great as well. Okay, so let's talk about, I mean, go deeper within giving, how much you are giving and how you can give so much more and feel great about it, knowing that you are being of greater service, and that's honoring your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, the 5D life meant to be yours. So the more focused you are on giving, the happier you become, the more meaningful your life becomes, the more successful and prosperous and joyful your life becomes. So there's so much within giving, and please post about that and share your inspirations about that with me at dan@conservative.com. Okay, let's talk about God, because that's really underlying all areas of our lives. I mean, like, there's one insight that I would like to share with you, which is that every blade of grass holds within it the keys to your liberation, to enlightenment, to your enlightenment, to you allowing yourself to become fully God realized, which is the ultimate purpose for you being here, is to devote yourself to become that hollow flute, the shakuhachi, to allowing God to vibrate you or to play you as the instrument, as part of harmony, to make beautiful music, which is how your life is meant to be. You know, I mean, think about the relationship between God and how good is God. Good means God. So every time you say good morning to someone, you're really saying God morning. You're really bringing God into your awareness. And every gift that you give to another person, you're really giving God to that other person. I mean, not just person, to any animal. Anytime you do something, every act of service, you are, what is that other than bringing God, giving God? Because that's what giving is. It's sharing God, it's expressing God, it's allowing God to work through you. That's what your life is about. I mean, it truly is. You do recognize that, right? I got chills all up and down my whole body there. Your life is meant to be the gift of God. Is there anything more clear than that? Is there anything more profound than that? Or anything more important for you to have as the devotion of every moment of your life? Because that is what you are about. That is what life is about. Bringing God, giving God in everything you do. Everything you do is an act of love or devotion or worship or an expression of God. So I want you to go deep within that insight and awareness. Will you do that, please? So God and good are the same thing. And when you say good day or good afternoon or good evening or good night, what are you really saying? I I give God to you so that you have peace, rest, well-being, good sleep, God sleep, right? So just reflect carefully on how good really means God. So when you say, I hope you have good sleep, you're really saying, when you say good night or good, you're really saying good sleep. We're really saying God be with you while you sleep, right? Or good morning, God be with you during this part of the day. Good afternoon, God be with you during this part of the day. Good night, God be with you while I am away, because I am that expression of God being with you right now when we are together. I want you to allow this to transform your life. Transformation is part of light as well. The T is transformation. How are you applying this? How are you holding to this? How is every act within you an expression of God? Everything you do is an expression of God. Is that liberational for you just to recognize that? I hope it is. I hope you email me at dan@conservative.com and let me know, like right now, what this is doing for you, how this is moving that fire of freedom or that fire of God within you, igniting that flame. I call it the spark of divinity with you that's now raging, because you are meant to be that light of divinity, dispelling the darkness all around you. You are that gift, that instrument for God to work miracles. And now you know fully what that means, because every act that you take, every action that you take, is God working miracles through that action through you. But you see how important it is to align your whole life with God? Now you're doing that. Now you're recognizing that and you're doing that. Now, soon, by you doing that, you're doing that without even thinking about it, because it's become second nature to you, right? That's part of your greatness. And there's nothing ego about that. You're opening yourself to be God, for God to work miracles. For you to be the light. Every action you take is a devotion of love, of worship, for God to transform more lives, to heal or dispel more darkness in the world, right? So, how are you relating to all of this now? What was most meaningful for you in this conversation so far? Send me your essay or write these things down, share these things, post about them, and by all means, lead everyone connected with you on all your social media into this wealth chat, especially through wealthchat.com/challenge, where you're leading everyone connected with you to transform their lives at the highest level as part of the 30-day wealth challenge at wealthchat.com/challenge. Okay, let's go into the H part of light, Light. Happiness. The amount of gift your life is, how aligned you are with God is really ultimately what I'm saying here. That determines your happiness, also your success, well being, peace of mind, prosperity, joy, meaning, fulfillment. All of that is directly related to how much you are opening yourself to being that instrument for God to work miracles. That determines how happy you are. You are that source of happiness and inspiration and transformation for everyone connected with you online. So, and your happiness is directly related to how well you are serving others and how much happiness and joy and prosperity you are spreading to everyone connected with you. Everyone you are here to serve. And make no mistake about it, everyone connected with you on all their social media, you are here to serve them. Absolutely, without hesitation or question. How well are you serving them? How much are you the source of happiness for them? If you can't say everything that I do is spreading happiness and joy and love and ultimately God, well, then what changes are appropriate for you to make? And how soon are you going to make them? Like now, right? I mean, that's obvious, and you know these things. So make those changes where they are appropriate, where they are, well, where you are now ignited into changing, into transforming your life. Because you are the source of light for everyone you serve. So be that source for everyone you serve. And everyone connected with you, especially online, you are here to transform them. And you are able to do that just by sharing this wealth chat with them. Grab the link to this video if you're watching it on social media now, or go to wealthchat.com/show and share the link to this show with everyone connected with you. There's no question about it. You're transforming their lives by them hearing this and taking this to heart, right? Taking this to heart. That's the second area where the H of light comes into service as I experience it. So, I mean, your heart really is the heart of God. Your heart is beating. I mean, God is beating your heart. That's also harmony, because you are the instrument for God to bring harmony, to bring beautiful music. That means the fulfillment of your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. That is beautiful music. It doesn't necessarily mean you're here to compose songs. It might, if you are a musician. It might mean, by you, like, let's say you're a teacher and you're helping the children you are here to serve to believe in themselves, to transcend all of their limited beliefs and programming, and to find that spark of divinity within themselves and to connect with that. And notice I'm not even talking about indoctrinating them. That's a serious issue of darkness, where we are here to shine our lights, to shine the light, and to be the source of light for everyone, like our children. To make sure that your children know how beautiful they are and how special they are and how divine they are and how much of a gift they are here to be. And for them to recognize that, I mean, for you to recognize that, how much of a gift you are here to be. So this is, I mean, well, let's just say we have our work cut out for us in the schools. The schools especially need the light, need us shining our light and being that inspiration for all of our children to dispel the darkness, which is ignorance that they had. I mean, if you were one of those teachers indoctrinating our children to think that if they're white, they have to have shame. I mean, that's child abuse. You know that. That's darkness of the highest order. Dispel that with your light and atone for that. I mean, allow yourself to become the instrument for God to work miracles in creation. I mean, we have a lot of darkness in the world. We had a lot of darkness in the world before you started to shine your light and dispelling that darkness everywhere you see it, all around. And that is what you are here to do, opening yourself as the instrument for God to work miracles in creation. So do that. That's what your work is, to bring more good God into the world. You know that, so do that fearlessly, unwaveringly, every moment, with every breath you are taking, you are breathing God into the world. Recognize that, align with that, live your life complete that way, holy, holy. Acknowledge that. Will you do that? Send me posts about that and send me your posts and your thoughts about that, dan@conservative.com. Harmony is a big one because you are here to bring more harmony into the world. The song that you sing is meant to be carried on, you could say, by the Holy Spirit or on the wind to everyone on the planet. And now we are all connected online. So your song, the gift that your life is, can be heard or be carried across the whole of humanity because we're all connected online. And by you, for example, leading all, inspiring all of your friends to do this wealth chat and to share this wealth chat with all of their friends, like I believe the average person has 3,600 friends online. And by you, I mean, just getting 1,200 of your friends doing this wealth chat and them getting their 1,200 friends doing this wealth chat, you have transformed the lives of 1,440,000 people who are then getting their 1,200 friends, transforming their lives as well through this wealth chat. Need a sip of tea here. And 1,440,000 times 1,200 is 1.7 billion people. We are all connected online, and you are able to transform everyone online. That's part of the harmony that is the song that you are here to sing. You are here to share your song, to be of greater service and inspire more people. And you're able to do that with this Wealth Chat show at wealthchat.com/show. Do that because you have the power to do that. You also have the responsibility to do that because everyone connected with you is connected with everyone connected with them is connected with everyone connected with them. So transform their lives by sharing this wealth chat. It's as simple as that. You have the power to do that. You have the responsibility to do that. So do that. Thank you very much. Okay. So health and help are also part of the H as I see this. Your health is related to, remember that question I asked, like if God appeared before you, how much have you done that you could have done to be of service and to shine the light and to allow God to work miracles through you? That as a percentage is also directly related to your health, right? I mean, you know that, you intuitively know that. How healthy you are is related to how much of what you could have done you did. I want you to reflect deeply on that and to post about that specifically. Hey, I'm watching this special Wealth Chat show at wealthchat.com/show. And there's a really important point in there that I want you to consider yourself. How much of what you could have done to be of service to everyone you are here to serve that you actually did as a percentage, that's the same percentage as how healthy you are physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. That's all directly related to how much of what you could have done you actually did. So by you now being the instrument for God to work miracles in creation, by you being 100%, being the light 100%, that means you're also 100% healthy. And your happiness is directly related to that as well, right? And all of that is related to how much you are being of help to others, how much you are helping others, how much you are really allowing God to help others through you. See how important the H is? I mean, all of this is so profoundly transformational and liberational. Would you agree? Okay, so how are you relating to this? How are you now being of greater service and being the light? And that's part of the harmony, with which means you singing that song that's within your heart, which means honoring your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, allowing God to work through you and create miracles through you. And that's what you are here to do. And that's how you are harmonizing all, you're creating harmony everywhere you go. And that's what your life is all about. So be the light and sing your song fully, fearlessly, and unwaveringly. Express yourself, be the light as brightly as you can be. And there's no limit to that, just as there is no limit to how many people you are here to transform and the impact you are here to make. And that's your source of happiness, joy, fulfillment, well-being, peace of mind, success, prosperity. So do that. You have the power to do that. You have the responsibility to do that. Do that. Transform everyone connected with you online by bringing them into this wealth chat at wealthchat.com/show, or make money by doing this and help everyone become financially free by bringing them into the Wealth Chat Challenge, by leading, inspiring, and transforming them through the Wealth Chat Challenge at wealthchat.com/challenge. Okay, let's conclude our program with the T part of LIGHT, light, transformation. I think we've covered that pretty clearly already. You are here to be of service to everyone you can reach. You are the source of light for everyone you serve. And you're doing that now. You're being that inspiration and that liberation and that transformation just by sharing this wealth chat at wealthchat.com/show, right? How else are you transforming the lives of everyone you are here to serve? Well, by doing that yourself, transforming your own life, being the light, right? And then moving forward fearlessly, relentlessly, unwaveringly, unrelentingly. You're not giving up. You're not dimming your light. You're not playing small. You're not cowering in fear. You're not compressing your light. You're not diminishing your light. No, you're shining your light as bright as, not the sun, as bright as 10,000 suns, and more than that, as bright as 10,000 galaxies. That's the light you are here to bring forth into the world. That's how God is using you as the instrument for miracles in creation. I want you to acknowledge that. I want you to experience that. I want you to play full out here and to truly be that light, be the inspiration, be that transformation in everyone connected with you. And there's no limit to how many people, because we are all connected with each other now. So shine your light as brightly as 10,000 galaxies. I want you to acknowledge that and affirm that. And at least the essay that you send me, and especially, or also in the post that you're sending, that you're sharing, and send me your essay at dan@conservative.com. Okay, thankfulness. How are you more thankful as a person, because what does thankfulness represent other than you're receiving God? Because remember how we said, like, how God and good is the same thing? And when you say good morning, when you say good night, you're really saying God is with you. I am giving you God for when you sleep so that God is present with you, right? Well, that's also requiring you to receive God yourself fully. And the extent that you feel gratitude or thankful or appreciative, that really reflects the amount of God that you were willing and are willing to receive yourself, right? I mean, remember the hollow flute, shakuhachi, for God to be able to play you and create more harmony through you, through the instrument you are, that requires you to receive God fully yourself, right? And that is how you are that source of inspiration and transformation, and other people are thankful for you connecting with them, for them connecting with you, for you being that source of God in their lives. And they are thankful for that. And that requires you to be thankful for you transforming your life at the highest level, or God transforming you at the highest level through this wealth chat. So, are you thankful to God for you connecting with this wealth chat? Is this the most important thing you've ever done, or the most important way you have allowed yourself to receive God fully now? Reflect on that and post about that and lead everyone connected with you into this wealth chat, which is always there for you at wealthchat.com/show, or the video to this is part of wealthchat.com/challenge, as well as all the other wealth chats that we've done so far. So reflect on this. And the last one is tenderness. You know that the more loving you are, the more sweet you are, the more tender you are as a person, that's all a direct reflection of the amount of God you are allowing in your life, the amount of good you are allowing in your life, which is the same thing as saying the amount of God you are allowing in your life, which you're also allowing yourself to express and share and give to others, right? So, how tender, the amount of tenderness that you feel is a direct relationship to the amount of God you are giving, the amount of good or God you are doing in the world, and the amount that you are willing to receive of God coming back to you. You recognize that, right? So, how else are you relating to you allowing the light of God, Light, in your life, and the amount of God or good you are doing in the world? How you are allowing God to work through you as the instrument for miracles in the world. I want you to go deep within all this. I recommend that you go back to the beginning of this wealth chat now and take notes about this and post about this, because every post you are making, you are giving God, you are doing good, you are doing God in the world. And link back to this wealth chat through wealth chat. You can use the link wealthchat.com/show in all the posts you are making. Do this show yourself at wealthchat.com/show. And that's how you're transforming everyone. That's how you're inspiring everyone. That's how you're doing good, doing God in the world. That's your source of happiness and harmony. That's the song that you are putting out there into the world. Is there anything more important than this? Than I mean, this is how you truly are able to, to transform the lives of every one of your online friends by bringing them into this wealth chat. So do that. I am so grateful to you. I am so honored by you opening fully to the good, to God connecting through you, connecting with you, igniting that fire within you so that you are able to shine your light so much brighter than you have ever imagined was possible for you. By you being, for you, I'm thankful for you being that light so much more brightly than you could have ever imagined. By you giving God, by you doing good, doing God more so than you ever imagined was even possible for you, by you transforming the lives of everyone connected with you online. I'm so humbled to be in your presence. Thank you for receiving God, for doing God in the world, doing good everywhere you can, where every act you are taking, every action is an act of giving God, of doing God, doing good in the world. Please send me your essay on how this has transformed you by you allowing God to fully use you to transform everyone connected with you. You are the source of light for everyone, no exceptions, for everyone you serve. And you can serve everyone on the planet by getting everyone connected with you, all your online friends, everyone in your world to do this wealth chat by leading them through doing this wealth chat, especially through wealthchat.com/challenge, and at least by the show through this wealth chat show at wealthchat.com/show. Thank you for opening yourself to transforming the lives of everyone connected with you online. Please let me know how this has done that by sending me your essay, dan@canservative.com. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.